All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the VetRise Podcast. Today, I'm going to be talking about stop following your passion. Welcome to the VetRise Podcast. I'm your host, Juan Perez. My goal is to make success after service accessible to every veteran in society. I believe in the power of leveraging your service, not as a label that defines you, but as a launching pad for your next chapter. What we have been doing has not been working, and it's on us to start changing the culture. Enjoy the episode, and thank you for your time. I'm going to be talking to you guys today about why you need to stop following your passion. All right. Now, this is a topic that you guys are going to hopefully get a little bit of a perspective shift on this, because everybody tells you that you want to follow your passion. You want to make sure that your passion is the thing that guides you. And honestly, I think that it sets you up for failure. All right. And I want to talk about something that has been fed for years. This whole idea of follow your passion. It sounds good, right? Like on paper, it's cute. It looks great on a coffee mug, on a poster. And yeah, I get why people want to believe it, because trust me, it's something that I believe for years too. It's something that I did. But I'm telling you right now, it's misleading, all right? And if you buy into it literally, it will keep you stuck. It'll keep you spinning your wheels, wondering why you haven't found your purpose yet. It'll have you chasing inspiration instead of actually building discipline, building something for yourself. And for a lot of you, it already has. So here's the truth that most people don't want to say out loud. You're not supposed to feel passionate before you begin. Passion doesn't lead the way. Discipline and devotion does. And I've lived this. So when I got out of the military, I didn't have a plan. I didn't have some big dream job or some clear new identity lined up. I had to figure it out. And what I had was a mess. I wanted to do this or that. I went to work security. I was doing security for celebrities. I was selling sheets at a mall. I was working for a nonprofit with veterans. But it was a bunch of broken stuff. I had a broken relationship that led to a broken marriage. I was drinking all the time. I had no structure, no mission, just this big hole that I didn't know how to fill. And nobody around me really got it. I wasn't passionate. I was pissed off. I was lost. And I was silently hoping that life would just magically sort itself out for me. But it doesn't. It doesn't happen that way. It doesn't happen that way, not unless you grab the damn wheel and start driving your own self. So what saved me wasn't passion. It was structure. It was doing the boring shit when nobody is there to watch you. Nobody is applauding. Nobody is cheering you on. The cold showers. The early alarms. The walking when I didn't even want to walk, the going to the gym when I didn't even want to go to the gym, the food tracking, the journaling, the lifting, staying consistent, even when I felt like nothing was changing. That's when I started to build passion, because I started to feel pride again. And when you feel pride, you start reclaiming your identity. You start finding out who you are. You start seeing yourself as capable, worthy, not because of a title, not because of hype, but because of what you do every single day. That's why I say that passion is a result. It's not a requirement. It's not about waiting until you're inspired. It's about showing up even when you're not inspired. And if you're honest with yourself, that's the part that you've been avoiding a little bit. You've been waiting to feel ready. You've been waiting to find your purpose, waiting for the spark to hit so you can finally go all in. But it doesn't work that way. And if you want to feel purpose, real purpose, you have to create it. If you want to feel passion, you have to earn it. I see this all the time with you guys, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's not individual to any one of you. It's all of you. You say, JP, I'm just not motivated. And I ask you, what have you been doing? And the answer is usually, I'm trying, but I can't seem to find it. Doing the thing is doing the thing. It's not about one day I'll be better. It's about you're doing it right now, right here, and this is making you better. Hoping that one day's passion just strikes you and then you feel motivated, that's the trap. We expect motivation to come first, but it never comes. And then before we know it, we ask, why are we not in momentum? Because we haven't put ourselves in momentum. You're not supposed to love the process at first. You're supposed to respect it. And if you can do that long enough, something will start to shift. You begin to enjoy the workouts. You start to crave the structure. You start looking forward to that check-in, that training session, that cold plunge, that cold shower, because you know it's shaping you into something stronger. You see, that's the win. But here's what most people get twisted. Just because you like something doesn't mean you're meant to do it for a living. I've had guys come to me saying, I love fitness, so I want to start a gym. I want to start being a personal trainer. And I have to be honest with them. Liking working out doesn't mean you're ready to run a business. Being good at training doesn't mean you're good at leadership or finances or marketing or handling pressure where everything goes sideways, because it does. Same with someone who loves cooking. That doesn't mean they're cut out to own a restaurant or be a chef. And this applies in every part of your life. Sometimes the thing you love is better off being a hobby. And the thing you need to do professionally is whatever gives you structure, income, and purpose in service of others. That is not selling out. That's being strategic. You can love photography or jiu-jitsu or music, but that's not paying your bills. So don't quit your job to follow your passion. Stack your wins, build the skills, give yourself financial breathing room, and then expand what you're able to do. Because here's what most people don't want to admit. Sometimes following your passion is just an excuse to avoid doing the hard, boring stuff that actually does build you success. We want the fun. We want the excitement. We want to feel like we're in alignment, but that is not how greatness is built. Greatness is built in the middle, the messy, messy middle, where nobody claps for you, where the days feel the same over and over again, where the only reward is knowing that you show up again and again and again. That's how I built everything that exists today in VetRise. Not by being passionate, but by doing the work consistently when it was hard, when I felt like quitting, when I wasn't sure if it was working. That's where confidence comes from. It's not hype. It's not a YouTube video. It's not a TED Talk. It's not a motivational video. Confidence comes from stacking proof that you are who you say you are, that you follow through, that you can be counted on, even when life punches you in the face. So stop chasing feelings. Start chasing mastery. Let your discipline create your confidence. Let your confidence create your clarity. And let that clarity carry you to the kind of life that you actually want. It doesn't need to be sexy at first. It doesn't need to be fast. It's going to be slow at first. It just needs to be real. Because that's what transformation is. It's real, it's built, and it's earned. It's not followed. So if you're one of my clients right now and you've been thinking, I just don't feel motivated, or I don't know what I'm passionate about, this is your sign to stop waiting. Pick a direction. Start showing up. Get the feedback. Get better. Let the progress ignite the passion, not the other way around. And if you stay in it long enough, you'll actually wake up one day and realize, damn, I actually love this. Not because it was easy, but because you built it. Because you became someone that is in the process, doing the work day after day. And that is a hell of a lot more powerful than chasing some imaginary passion that was never real to begin with. So I want to tell you guys that at the end of the day, you are building something amazing for yourselves. And if nobody is there clapping and cheering you on right now, that's the point. You're not supposed to find the thing that makes you happy about your life and start diving into it all the way. You're supposed to understand that the work is sometimes going to be boring. Sometimes it's going to be monotonous. Sometimes you're going to feel like you are doing the same thing over and over again. But that is how consistency is built. And consistency creates confidence, because confidence comes from having a stack of undeniable evidence behind you that says that you did what you were going to do and you follow through with it. And then you can open up your world to do more things. Then you can do the restaurant that you want to do. Then you can start creating whatever business you want, because guess what? You have proved that you can take the boring, monotonous thing and you can dive into it all the way. This isn't just about me telling you guys that you have to love your fitness journey. This is me telling you that the journey you are on right now, that is the reward. That is how you create passion. That is how you find out who you are. That is how you start to shift your identity from being this one thing, this one person, to being a multidimensional human being. That's what we're all aiming for. When I started this company, trust me, the boring nights, the making videos, the learning how to edit, the learning how to make sure that everything was growing and growing and growing continuously, that was the boring thing. The finances, the figuring out how to do Stripe, the figuring out how to do all the payments, the figuring out how to make sure that everything was growing and growing and growing the right way. Learning how to do sales. That's the stuff that isn't sexy. That's the stuff that isn't fun. This is the fun part right here, getting to talk to you guys. But because I did the honest work, because I did the continuous work, because I continue to keep doing the thing that wasn't sexy, is because of the reason that I knew that if I did that, I could get to where I'm at right now. You have to understand that when you have a passion for something, it takes hours and hours and hours of work for it to actually give you something first. It takes hours and hours of working on it to create that mastery. And if you have something on your plate right now that you call a side project, you call your little hobby, and if you want to turn it into something real, it's going to take a lot of work. Somebody once told me that if you do the thing you love, you will never work a day in your life. And I disagree with that. I think that if you do the thing you love, you will work harder at it than you've ever worked before. And the only way, in my opinion, not to ruin it is by understanding that the other work that you didn't even know you were going to have to do needs to get done for that passion to actually turn to something real. This wasn't just an idea that I came up with in the middle of the night. This was something that I planned out and I executed on it. For 2 years, I knew that all the money that came into this business wasn't going to me. It was going to my team to build it and build it and build it, because I knew that eventually I would leave my job. And because of all the work that we did, all the background stuff, all the stuff that we did to build it up, we are where we are. Passion doesn't mean that you do the thing that you love and that's all you do. It means understanding that the passion that you have for one thing, you have to double down on it, you have to triple down on it, and you have to treat it like it is a job, because that is how you can turn it into something that will be profitable for you. I truly believe that you guys have to understand that mastery of your journey, of yourselves, of whatever little project you have going on, whatever certifications you're working on, the only way to truly get to that next level is by understanding that it's going to take hard work, it's going to take boring nights, and it's going to take consistent and monotonous hours over and over again. And that is how you start turning into something that is actually profitable and something that you are proud of. Because the success in one area of your life will give you success in every other area of your life. Now, I want you guys to think back about what is it right now. And that brings us to the end of another episode of the VetRise podcast. If today's episode inspired you, made you think, or simply gave you hope, I have a small favor to ask. Share it with just one veteran or someone you think could benefit from my message. Your share could light a spark for them. You don't know who you might save. For more insights and to join our mission, follow my socials at JP, the Veteran Coach, and explore how we can rise together. Thank you for joining us, for being part of this journey, and for believing in the power of rising together. Until next time, keep pushing forward, keep rising, and never forget that we are stronger together. My name is Juan Perez, and thank you for your time.